Welcome to another episode of City Billy Adventures. In this video, I'm going to show you how Mrs. City Billy completely overhauled this half bathroom in our basement. Stay tuned. My wife and I grew up in the suburbs of Northeast Ohio, and we started our family there too. Then a few years ago, we stumbled into this dilapidated estate property that just had way too much potential to pass up. Follow along as we DIY our way through creating our dream estate, one project at a time. A wise man once said, "You're from the city, but you like hillbilly things." You're a city billy. Check out our website if you'd like to get some City Billy gear of your own. A portion of every purchase will be donated to help reduce the number of people who say "right" at the end or even in the middle of every sentence. Now this one is a relatively new condition, but it seems to be affecting more and more people every day. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might be part of the problem. Here's a good example.
It's your job to kind of convene the president's cabinet, right? Really unexpectedly, obviously, right? And what it meant, right? And so that was a Friday, right? I fly back to Washington, right? So after the first interview, right? In the decision-making, policy-making process, right? In Washington, I'm not going to make the same mistakes, right? And they didn't spend enough time thinking about the nature of the problem, right? Design thinking to think about it, right? 16 challenges to our security and prosperity in the world, right? Okay, let's talk about that across partisan lines, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump was the fifth commander-in-chief I served in uniform, right? When I took the summer of 1980, right? Reagan was president, right? So against all enemies, foreign and domestic, right? He's the guy that got elected, right?
If this sounds like you, please stop.
See how annoying that is?
Buying City Billy gear makes the world a better place, and they're the most comfortable shirts on the planet. Alright, so before we get started, a couple things. Now I may be the face of City Billy Adventures, but make no mistake, Mrs. City Billy did almost this entire project on her own. She's not a big fan of standing in front of the camera. If you'd like to see more of Mrs. City Billy, let her know in the comments. If you paid attention during the intro, or if you've been keeping up with our previous remodel videos, you know that Mrs. City Billy and I are working our way through completely overhauling this 9,000 square foot estate. We're just about to start our 4th year here. For the first 2 years, we lived in the basement while we completely gutted the main floor. Year 3 was the year of the yard, and year 4 will focus on this 20-foot by 30-foot outbuilding that will eventually be my dedicated workshop. So why are we working on a half bathroom in the farthest corner of our basement? Well, the easy answer is COVID. Our kids did the remote learning thing for 2 years, and like most parents, that took up a considerable amount of our time. When schools finally reopened, Mrs. City Billy and I found ourselves with quite a bit of extra time on our hands. And before I could even say, "Hey, do you want to, Mrs. City Billy started pulling down wallpaper. Yeah, wallpaper. What'd you think I was gonna say? So Mrs. City Billy already has a couple of bathroom projects under her belt, and she was ready for a new tinker project while I putzed around in the shop. So now you're up to speed. Here's how we updated this bathroom. Mrs. City Billy removed the toilet, vanity, mirror, drop ceiling, and the green carpet. Don't ask me why there was carpet in the bathroom, let alone why it was green. Unusual carpet in unusual places seems to be a recurring theme in this house. And it wasn't just the bathrooms that had weird carpet either. Yep, that was the kitchen. And that was the garage.
Carpet everywhere.
Generally, drop ceilings are a good idea in basements because they allow you to access any wires or pipes that might be in between floors. In this small section in the corner of the house, there wasn't much of anything in the ceiling to access, so we were fine to drywall over it. One drawback to drywalling the ceiling was we now had this enormous gap between the drywall on the walls and our new higher ceiling. We'll fix that later.
Mrs. City Billy mudded the new ceiling and patched up the wall where the medicine cabinet used to be. Then, everything got a fresh coat of paint. So here's a free pro tip, courtesy of Mrs. City Billy. Put your paint roller tray inside a plastic grocery bag before you add paint. You'll still have to clean your roller, but at least the tray will be clean. Mrs. City Billy wanted the bottom half of the walls to have a strip of tile and then beadboard underneath. We installed the top layer of trim so she had a reference line for the tile. The concrete floor was really rough and uneven. Maybe that's why they covered it with padding and carpet. We used some self-leveling cement to flatten the floor. Then Mrs. City Billy laid the peel and stick tile. One thing that we didn't consider was that the peel and stick tile didn't want to adhere to the concrete floor. This floor is cold all the time, but it was especially cold in February when we were doing this project. That was poor planning on our part. We ran a space heater for several days to keep the floor warm enough for the glue to cure. So obviously this room opens up to the rest of our basement, and there's going to be an awkward transition from our nice new bathroom to our 1970s, blue carpeted, cedar walled, everything else, but Rome wasn't built in a day. We've got some big plans for this area eventually, but there's a bunch of other projects that are way higher on the priority list right now. Once the bathroom floor was all done, we installed the bottom piece of trim. The only reason we skipped the bottom trim and went to the floor was because I had a long stretch of work coming up and Mrs. City Billy wanted to work on a tile while I was gone. We put up beadboard on the lower half of the wall between the tile and the floor. Then I installed baseboards and shoe molding.
So when they first built this bathroom, they had a drop ceiling that came down to about here. For whatever reason, they didn't bring the drywall all the way up to the ceiling, so now we have this gap between the wall and the ceiling that we have to deal with. We had a couple options. We could try to fill in that gap with a small strip of drywall, or we could rip the walls off completely and re-drywall everything. But we decided to just cover up the gap with a piece of trim. This goes right up against the wall like a small piece of crown molding, and you'll never know that gap was there.
We reused the old trim that went around the door. It was a little beat up, but nothing some wood putty couldn't fix.
So I was really excited to show Mrs. City Billy the progress I made on all the trim work today. We got the baseboards in, the shoe molding, and the molding around the ceiling. She said it looked great, and then she looked at the ceiling and was like, "I'm pretty sure that molding's upside down." And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And she said, "Yeah, that's upside down." Yeah, it's totally upside down.
This unfinished edge is supposed to go up against the ceiling.
Idiot!
Alright, here's another pro tip for you. Whenever you have a goof up like this, the quickest and easiest way to fix it is with a montage. Let's go.
Finest of the flavors. I have to sign a waiver. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I'm sorry, sir. I was singing.
City Billy Adventures, huh? Yeah, it sounds lame.
If only it were that easy.
Then it was time to add all the things that make a bathroom a bathroom. This toilet claims it can flush 8 pool balls in one flush. Sounds like a challenge to me. Not bad.
So that's it for this bathroom. It'll be a little while before the rest of this area of the house gets redone, but we've already got lots of ideas. We'll see you next time. Welcome to another episode. In this video, we're going to be remodeling a half-bath. In this video, we're going to be remodeling. So I want you to look right at, not here, but here.
Okay, so right there?
Mm-hmm.
Just like this.
Not that annoying noise, though. In this video, we're going to be remodeling our bed. At the end, or even at the... Today we're going to be rehabbing this half bath. Today we're going to be rehabbing this... We're going to be remodeling. Today we're going to be remodeling. Yep.
That looks good. Thank you. Scared me.
We're on top of the line, right?
Yeah.
So I was really excited to show Mrs. CityBilly the project. So I was really excited to show Mrs. CityBilly all the progress.
Looks like you're wearing a onesie.
We had a couple options. We could either... We decided to get a piece of... Or we could rip the drywall completely off the walls and put up new sheets that would cover...
Where do you want me to stand? Where's my mark? Am I supposed to be doing something now?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. So, just so I understand, am I walking up or am I already here?
You're already here.
Line, please. Sorry. On me in 3. Sorry. It's around. Okay. Wow.
No, there's no toilet. Okay. Ready?
Yep. Oh! Holy
Okay,
cow!
put your legs up in the air. Alright, now I want you to go straight down, okay? Put your arms straight forward. There you go, ready?
No, stop!
Okay. Well, forward. You gotta... Here, stop. I want you to go on your back. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Arms down. Ready?
Yep.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Arms down. Okay, you can't hold on to me though. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, arms down.
No!
Arms down! Arms down! Your arms gotta be this way. Okay, you're going like this.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, arms down.
Hold on. Okay. No!
What are you doing with your arms?
Ow!
Oh.
That's stupid. I don't like that.